Welcome to the Under the Circumstances podcast. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Richard.
And this is just our video introducing Patreon, our new Patreon page, and what we want to do with that. But first, a little bit about us.
Yeah, so Under the Circumstances podcast was started to help with better understanding how all of our lives, particularly through friends, through reading the news, have been impacted because of COVID. And obviously everybody has been impacted, so therefore everybody's of interest to us. But in particularly, we just wanted to focus on the before, as it was going down and as it is happening, all of which, well, most of it is now as it is happening, but everybody had a life before and everybody um, embraced it or encountered it all as differently as possible. So we thought that was interesting to capture, and as long as the pandemic's around, this podcast will be around, sadly.
And hopefully longer. And, it's part of this has also been just us working to talk to people and seeing how it's affected them and talking about like the contrast between pre-pandemic and now during the pandemic. And so it's been really fascinating. And some of our guests, we've even had the chance to have them back on to talk to them, once in March or April, and then now again later on in the year, 10 months in. And so with Patreon, what we're asking is, if you like the content, if you enjoy the content, and you can spare a couple of bucks, just help to support us, because that's going to help us go further. It's going to help us continue to create more content, have more guests on. And we've tried to make it so there are a number of different tiers for you. So if you can only chip in a couple of bucks, well, we'll give you a nice podcast shout out and we'll talk about you on the podcast. If you can get up to the VIP level at $10 a month, you can get bonus episodes. And so we've been really blessed to be able to talk to some of our guests for a really extended period of time. And rather than just putting that up with the general podcast, we decided we wanted to do a shorter interview, and then we would publish bonus podcasts, so bonus episodes, which are long form interviews with some of these more interesting guests. And so you'd get access to that at the VIP level. So there's a number of different tiers. Like we said, if you enjoy the content, you really do want to help support us, and you can chip in a couple of bucks, just head on over to, the bottom of this page and help us out. We really appreciate it, and we're just excited to continue creating this content.
Yeah, and just further, you're not paying for our salaries. It's really for like incidentals that there are around us that we have to pay for. Because we try to find the shortcut to solving the problem and making a podcast and all the moving pieces required for it. As you see, Ryan's holding his baby right now, and we're juggling things with our day jobs. This is a side gig and fun side gig that we have between us, but still we have like a little intern who does certain things, like some certain editing when we don't have time for it, and some marketing when we don't have time for it. And that's really where the proceeds go towards.
So thank you very much. We hope to get your donations or your support, and definitely catch us on the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.